Hi there, I'm Camilla Campuzano, the Community Manager of Montessori Thrive and Nido Marketing. Welcome to the Nido Marketing YouTube channel where I make videos to help Montessori school leaders market their schools, grow their enrollment, and find a sense of support when leading their schools. In this week's video, I'm going to be talking all about the Google Ads Manager and 5 things that you should really know if you're looking to get started in running and managing your own Google Ads and using Google Ad Manager. I won't lie, using Google Ads is going to take time. It's a software that you'll have to learn how to use. It has a lot of different features and a lot of different metrics and tracking systems for you to make sure that you're getting the right ROA. So let's dive a little deeper and see what you need to know when you're starting out with Google Ads Manager. So first and foremost, there are several ad targeting options on Google Ads Manager. This is so that you can reach your target customer, which in this case, of course, is prospective families. Some of these options include targeting by keywords. You can also use negative keywords. A good example of this might obviously be something like Montessori, but then you might want to stay away from things like daycare. Of course, I don't want to say that as a set rule. It all varies depending on your area and your consumer that you're targeting to. Location is another great example because you obviously don't want to necessarily be investing all of your ad spend on people who live 300 miles away. It's better to try to market to local families. Language, of course, you want to be able to target those customers who speak your language. Device, so smartphone, computer, tablet, etc. Demographics, of course, you're aiming to reach those right prospective families in your area, and specific websites as well. All of these are important to know about when it comes to setting up your campaigns. You want to make sure you're targeting to the right people. That way, you're not throwing your investment away. So it's important to understand exactly who your customer is. So create a good customer avatar. This will really help you. What's your ideal customer? What are their ages? What do they do for a living? Where are they located? What's their route to work? All of these things are important to consider when it comes to setting up your Google Ads on Google Ad Manager. So next up is deciding what kind of ad bidding strategies you would like to take. What I mean by this is that Google Ads Manager will allow you to take several different bidding strategies. The 3 most important ones to really recognize are cost per click, which is CPC. This is the most popular one. Cost per impression, which is just that, how many people will see your ad, how many people will see that pop up. And then cost per action, so CPA, does that person click? Is there a conversion being made? All of these things are important. So you can really decide what type of campaign you'd like to run. Obviously, different bidding strategies will have different price points and they can vary depending on your area. For instance, if you're based in a very highly competitive area such as New York City, you're going to be bidding a lot more for different keywords and campaigns than you would in a more rural area where there's not several competitors. So that's important to keep in mind. Choosing the right bidding strategy is really important because your goal, of course, is to maximize your ROA. You want to make sure you're getting those conversions made. So if you're paying a lot for cost per impression, but the people who are seeing your ads are not translating into new enrollment, it means that your campaigns are not giving you a good ROI. So it's important to monitor and just be persistent and also make sure you're actually utilizing the right ad bidding strategies. All right, so number 3 is ad performance metrics. This is probably going to be the area where you're really going to be investing a lot of time in learning and understanding the software, how to monitor and optimize all of your campaigns. It's going to take a lot of time to learn. It's not easy, and you have to constantly be on top of monitoring your ads to make sure you're not throwing your money away. Because after all, Google ads are not necessarily cheap. You're investing quite a good chunk of money on your ads, and you want to make sure that translates in new enrollments for your school. Otherwise, it's not really worth it for you. This is why it's so important to constantly be up to date with any changes Google is making and constantly be monitoring all of your ads and campaigns. You can monitor things like impressions that you're getting, clicks, conversions, of course, your cost per click that we talked about earlier. All of these things are important to track and monitor. If you see that something is really not translating in conversions, or of course, you're not getting any new enrollments, then it's time to tweak your ads. Now, I also want you to keep in mind that Google is always trying to learn, and it takes time to adapt. I recommend watching our video about why you should really be patient and why Google Ads take time. It's important to recognize that Google is also going up through a process of understanding and building trust with your ad campaigns. So you can't always be tweaking and monitoring too much. You just want to keep an eye on things and make sure that if you don't see a progression after a good chunk of time, then it's probably time to make some tweaks to your campaigns. All right, so number 4 is the ad testing and optimization. And of course, I'm going to preface this by reminding you again that it's important to give Google time to learn your campaigns before doing too many tests and tweaking. But it's important to also be testing campaigns in real time, be monitoring them. You can experiment with different formats such as messaging, targeting options. All of this can be tweaked. So maybe if you notice that your ads are just not working properly, maybe you can make those small tweaks and test them out. This is really important if you want to maximize your ROI, which is ultimately your goal. As a Montessori school, I'm sure you don't have millions of dollars to just gamble with. You want to make sure you're getting a good ROI. You want to make sure your ads are actually worth it. So this is where testing comes in. And again, I'm going to tell you that this is going to take time. So it's important to recognize that when it comes to Google Ads Manager. And they will help you. They will sometimes offer advice. I'll touch a little bit on that in a bit, but testing and making sure that your campaigns are optimized are really important. Next is the ad budget management. Of course, Google Ads Manager provides tools to help you as an advertiser manage your ad budget. You want to make sure you're being realistic with your numbers. As a Montessori school, it's important to stay within budget. You want to make sure that you're actually getting those enrollments before you start expanding your budget. Also, I want to mention that you don't want to drastically change your budget all at once with Google Ads. Everything takes time. It's better to do things periodically, so spread out your increases over time rather than just go in and say, oh, I want to double my Google Ads spend. Nope, maybe go up like 20% per month, and that will be a little bit less of a shock for Google, and it will actually result in a better ROI. Setting this budget is going to be important for your school. It's all going to vary depending on where you are, depending on how competitive your area is, your bid strategy. All of these things come into play when determining your actual budget. Usually when we sit down with Montessori schools, we ask them a bunch of questions before giving them a number. There's no magic number out there that works for everybody. Your ad budget is certainly going to vary depending on your goals and where you are located. All right, just a little bonus. I know we went through the 5 things that you really should know when you're starting out using Google Ads Manager, but a big bonus here is don't always listen to alerts and advice. We get this all the time with our new Google Ads clients, where when you set up a Google Ads account and you start running campaigns and running ads, you'll get a bunch of messages from Google Ads reps that basically, are saying, oh, well, you could probably improve your campaign if you do this, or you need to do this, you need to change this. And while some of the advice can be good, most of the times we actually tell schools to not necessarily listen to that. It's not always great for these complex campaigns that we usually run for schools. Also, they might not be really knowledgeable in the Montessori space. Montessori market is very specific, and it's different than just a broader childcare space. So it's important to really work with trusted Google Ads managers rather than listening to Google Ad reps every time they want to come at you with some new advice. So keep this in mind and take their advice with a grain of salt before you leap and make changes to your campaigns. Just something to keep in mind. If you're looking for a trusted Google Ads manager, contact us at Nido Marketing. You can actually set up a free consultation with us. The link is in the description below. We actually have helped so many schools manage their Google Ads. We only work in the Montessori space, so we only partner with Montessori schools. This is our bread and butter. We know everything about Google Ads, specifically in the Montessori space. We know how to target the right families to grow your enrollments. We've run so many successful campaigns that have really helped other schools across the US and other parts of the world as well reach the right families and grow their admissions and enrollment. That's what we do best. So if you're looking for someone to take over this for you and help you with all 5 areas, then really it would be a good idea to get in touch with us. We're happy to help. We also have a bunch of resources to help you get started. on your Google Ads journey, because Google Ads is really one of the best ways to start growing your enrollment today. Parents are searching for schools online. Don't miss out on these important opportunities because you're not running Google Ads. Definitely get in contact with us today. I hope you found this video helpful, and I do hope that you do consider running Google Ads for your school, or if you're already running them and you're looking for some additional resources, subscribe for more Montessori marketing content. We make videos every single week. I'll be back next week with another Montessori marketing video for you. Until then, take care.